Heen from idmarketingtools.com, and I wanted to give you my quick 2 cents on Ninja Outreach and my thoughts about this great platform. Now, Ninja Outreach should be familiar to anyone that's in the SEO or PR industry. It's one of the best tools that's come out in recent years for helping bloggers, businesses, influencers, entrepreneurs, really anyone build rapport, build an email list that they can use to reach out to potential connections and build guest posting opportunities. Now, why I love Ninja Outreach and really what it's for is that it's an excellent lightweight email CRM for managing your outreach across the board. Now, I have a longer video that goes into my review and the overview of all the feature set and what it's great for, a lot of excellent examples of how you can use it in your day-to-day, but this video is just a quick overview of the actual features and really what it's for. The one thing I want to say is that it's best for people that are small operations. You know, if you're just launching one specific product or you're a one-man army, one-woman army / band at a company, Ninja Outreach is excellent for that because it's so simple, it's so straightforward, and it's so lightweight. So I'm going to quickly just gloss over the feature set so you can get an idea of what it does. But basically, it functions as an email CRM. You can create a list in here or look at a previous list and go over your reply rate, unread messages really quickly, and you're basically able to create a campaign. So in this campaign, let's say we're going to do something like cupcake recipes, right? And that's what we're interested in. That's our custom list. That's what we're going to go and outreach for. You can go into their content prospecting tool, which is nice and centralized within the overview, and you can start looking at people that mention cupcake in the content they produce, and they also have a nice social prospecting tool. The thing that I love about Ninja Outreach is that there are a lot of options out here for what you can sort of use to see this information, but what they do a great job at is just giving you a broad overview of anyone that might cover this topic. It's very nice and handy because you can start your search here and just build out the information. The other way that I usually start my outreach efforts is by getting into Google and looking at what they really care about. So let's say for cupcakes, let's say we're mostly going to be interested in cupcake recipes, and check this out, let's say we're a bacon company or a bacon startup. I will bring you free range, gorgeously fed hogs that have been hunted by Joe Rogan himself, right? And I'm going to sell you this bacon for exorbitant prices because I'm a crazy San Francisco startup. And I want to know people that have cupcake recipes and are mentioning bacon. And this is where things start to get really, really fun with Ninja Outreach, right? So at the very top of any sort of Google search, you're going to see the top results, right? You're going to see the My Recipes, you're going to see all recipes, you're going to see some well-known spots like Southern Living and Food Network that are basically media networks. But as you go on down, you're going to get more into the blogger space, and you're going to see people that you're more likely to be able to interact with. And that is who you want to use to build out the reputation of your product, and that's part of what makes Ninja Outreach so amazing. Another thing you can do too is, let's say you can just hop straight into Pinterest, right? And then you can just go from there, just searching people that are mentioning baking cupcakes and basically build an outreach list that is worthy of your promotional efforts. So the thing that I believe makes Ninja Outreach the most powerful is their little Ninja Outreach Chrome extension. This little applet is just so useful. Basically what it allows you to do is gather info and just automatically add people into your list as you're going. Now, it's nice because you get all the information when you need it in a central repository. Obviously, this outreach tool isn't going to have every piece of information ever, but it will have a fair amount of it, and you get the most valuable stuff, right? So we know right off the bat that this person has a lot of Instagram followers. We can check out their pictures. We can see if they're a good fit for what we're trying to offer, and we can get a sense of basically what they're about, which is what really matters to me. Now, they're not the most cupcake obsessed, they're not the most bacon obsessed, but they are into food. They do high quality content, excellent pictures. So the salty marshmallow, probably a great opportunity. I'm sure they'd be interested in some income. What I like to point out too is they even have a specific URL, right? So they're not stuck to their actual blog domain main page, right? They're smart enough and savvy enough to go to like the latest recipe or a focus piece. So definitely a good person to reach out to. But the lightweight functionality is really what makes this so incredible, right? We can very easily get in here and add them to our list. So right here, we're dealing with Nicole, right? So we got the first name right there. Perfect. So we're just aligned with all this information here to see what they're about. We have Alexa rank info. We have domain authority info, so we know how many links we have. We got social shares of this specific page and the overall domain. So, you know, we know they have some Facebook traction with bacon recipe involved in cupcakes. That means they're a great prospect as far as I'm concerned. You can add them to your outreach list from where you're going to be checking this info. So you want to make sure this information is perfect. It's not always perfect, but at least we have their first name, Nicole. We got a tag for article. You might even want to just do something like recipe or photos so they're searchable later. We don't have an email, but I'm sure we can find that from somewhere on the site. You're not going to get every piece of information, but you are at least going to get the lightweight functionality. Probably the way to reach them would be to DM them actually, but I'm still going to add her to my list so I get that CRM functionality because I expect that at some point we are going to be emailing in the future, right? You can select where the relationship's at. So let's say I only left a comment, right? You got all your notes in there. You have all of this info populated, which is exactly what you need to start building a relationship. You can very quickly see the RSS feed, so we can scroll down and see which one of Nicole's posts got the most comments, the most engagement, which is huge. And we can just leverage all of that information to then write an amazing outreach email where we go in there and we basically just select one of the templates that Ninja Outreach lets you create, right? And then this one wouldn't fit obviously, but you know, we can go in there and we'll have that stock template in there. We can send the email and we're done, right? And that's what makes the Ninja Outreach CRM for email so incredible and for outreach, right? So we can then go back and see the overview of in the system, right? We can see the overview of what our reply rate was, what our notes are like on individual people, and then we can also manage our templates. So let's say we have 3 prospect emails for the cupcake recipe bacon strategy we're running, right? And one of them has a super low open rate or a super high click rate or whatever it may be, right? And we know how to function from there to build out a better and better campaign. There's also the functionality of what we were looking at earlier where rather than relying on Google, you can use their own system. So this is nice because you can search for Instagram and Twitter people that are mentioning cupcakes, right? So we can go find all the fanatics that might be interested in our baking cupcake recipes. You can also go to their content overview, which is a ton of information, and this is all very useful stuff. And of course, as you would expect, you can very easily just add these people on into your list, right, for people that might be interested in cupcakes, and you have this qualifying information at the same time. So that's my quick review of Ninja Outreach. I think the biggest thing that I love about it is that it's really perfect for individual entrepreneurs, people that are basically trying to get stuff done. It's a super streamlined process and it's so much better than using spreadsheets and traditional email, especially when it comes to tracking open rates and essentially templates across hundreds and hundreds of emails you might be sending in a month. The only thing I kind of hate is I think the design's a bit wonky, but still usable. I like their old styling when they used to have a little sidebar right here, but really these guys, and you know, if you have to manage 5 people or 10 different product launches, I would steer away from Ninja Outreach. For me, it's a lot better to go with something like BuzzStream that's really gonna let you get out there and manage a huge project. But Ninja Outreach is nice because it's just streamlined and it's ready to go. So that's the basic overview. And one thing I will, you know, close it out with is this company's incredible. They've grown a lot since 2015 and they've just been offering a huge tool set. So they're a friend to bloggers and entrepreneurs, which I love. So that's Ninja Outreach in a nutshell. Super simple email CRM. It's great for prospecting and finding people to add to your list, building out relationships with people, and it's really something you can scale out if you're one person or if you have one concentration. This has been a review from idmarketingtools.com. Thanks for listening. Please comment below if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to cover in more detail. We have a longer video on the actual feature set and going into a little bit more of the functionality and all that good stuff with Ninja Outreach. Keep an eye out. We'll also be releasing a video soon of Ninja Outreach versus BuzzStream, which is my other sort of more heavy-duty outreach tool that I love to use. And I hope you have a wonderful day.